Hello everyone, welcome to Management and Marketing 340 International Business. This is the assignment video for Module 6, and in this assignment we're going to do the cultural assessment and the ethical assessment. Okay, so what we're after here, of course you're talking about a company that's deciding to go global, and what you're trying to figure out is everything around this company and within this company in the perfect situation for them to do this in an efficient and effective manner. And so, of course, you have to look at the organization or the countries that these organizations are going to and they're globalizing to. So you started by saying, here's this company, they want to globalize, their motivation is to capture this, so they're going to do this function in this area. Well, let's look at these areas. You're going to do an actual cultural assessment based upon the culture in those countries, the host country. So what you need to do is look in the book, look under Hofstede's cultural dimensions, and assess that company from that standpoint. Think about the domestic company and think about the host company. What are the differences among all of those dimensions? Okay, and that's the essence of what we're trying to do here, okay? So I want you to address each of those dimensions, though. And you should be able to address each in 3 to 5 sentences. And of course, you may be able to combine some, but make sure you do that in an effective manner that actually makes sense, okay? And then also we want to do an ethical assessment. Think about what it means for your company to be doing business somewhere else. What ethical dilemmas does it bring up? So what are we really thinking about here? When we're talking about ethics, we're talking about decision-making framework. So it's about what's wrong, how we actually construct what's wrong and right in our mind. I don't want you to say in this area, they're not going to break the law, they're not going to, or this company has broken the law. It's not about the law. We're talking about ethics. When we have an ethical dilemma, what it really is about is, man, I really think that this could be a good thing, but there's some negative consequences. And then there's this other thing that could also be good, but there's some negative consequences. And these cultures are going to clash because people think that different things are ethical. One of the things that we might consider is, if one of the things that a company is trying to capture in another area is decreased labor costs, and those labor costs are, $1 a day or something like that, we have to actually consider that. So I want you to have a discussion about that. Now, when you're doing this analysis, I do not want you to be judged, okay? Or I don't want you to be judgy. I don't want you to say, well, this ABC Corporation is doing this, and it's awful that they're going to pay these people $1 a day. The whole point of doing an ethical assessment is to look at all of the stakeholders and to see how this might impact them. So, for instance, if you take a factory over to an area where the prevailing wage is $1 a day, or 15 cents an hour or something like that, and so in our culture we would say, ooh, that's wrong. That's not something we want to do. So we say we're not going to pay them, or we're not going to do it. We're just going to move our factory to somewhere else. Then how did you impact them? Right? Or if your deal is, I might as well pay them what I would pay people in the United States. What is the justification for doing that? Why not pay market rate? And if you pay one person, $15 or $30 an hour, but what does that mean in that culture? Are you going to be able to keep them motivated because it's so much more money than everybody else makes? So all I'm saying is there's more to consider, right? So I want you to look at the host countries that your company is going into, and also do the ethical assessment as well, right? So this area, this part should be able to be completed. I think that an effective way to approach it would be to do like a paragraph, 3 to 5 sentences for each of the dimensions. If some of the dimensions you think kind of relate to each other, that's fine, but you take the risk of not having it be clear and distinct. So that's how I would approach it. And then here you can talk about this dilemma in 1 or 2 paragraphs of 3 to 5 sentences each. Okay? So as always, if you have questions, reach out to me, and we'll help get you squared away. Good luck, everybody.